Hello, everybody. Okay, this is the Arctic Animal Research Project that you were going to be working on for today and tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday. Most of Monday is going to be for working on your project, and then you'll have a little tiny bit of time on Tuesday to finish up your project, and then most of Tuesday is going to be spent presenting your project. We're actually going to be able to present stuff. I'm so excited. This is kind of what normal school is like, at least in my class it is. Lots of research, lots of projects, and then we present what we learned. So I'm so excited. This is a tiny, tiny little bit normal for me. I'm excited. Okay, so this is your Arctic Animal Research Project. Yes, you have to watch this entire video. Yeah, it's going to be long because there's a lot of steps and I want to make sure you know what you're doing. You're going to be doing research. So this is not new to you. We did this all last week with the other Arctic animal facts that we were working on. So you're going to make your paper look like this. And you're going to end up writing 3 complete sentences. And then that's going to help you with the poster project, which is at the end of this. So up here at the very tippy top, right there, you are going to write the name of the animal that you're going to research. So you might want to do a little bit of thinking because you're going to have to pick one Arctic animal. Okay, a tiger is not an Arctic animal. An elephant is not an Arctic animal. So you're going to have to think of one Arctic animal that you're going to research. And then you're going to research just that one little animal. Last week when we were doing our research, we just in general talked about the Arctic as a whole. For this research project, you're going to research one Arctic animal. It's more specific. And you're going to be working on your own. We're not doing this together because everybody is probably going to be picking different Arctic animals. So this one is on your own this week. So if you are not paying attention, wake up and pay attention starting now. Okay. Now, if you're not sure what animal to pick, then here you go. There's a couple of things that you can do. Okay. This is the Arctic Habitat book that we read part of last week. We did not finish the book, so we only read part of it. This might be a good place for you to start. Mostly just kind of looking and thinking about what kind of animal do you want to research? What kind of animal do you want to learn more about? This still has a link to EPIC. Now, this particular spot, you don't have to do anything with. You don't have to go to EPIC. You don't have to click on this link if you don't want to. But if you're stuck and you're not quite sure what kind of animal you want to research, this might be a good place to start. And it might be good for you to just sort of look at pictures as opposed to really reading much of it. So let me show you. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. And so here's animal. So if you're really stuck and you really have no idea what kind of animal you want to research, kind of walk through this little book and take a look at the pictures because there's a lot of things here. There's a lot of animals here that you might be interested in. You've got the Arctic fox. You've got these little guys. You've got polar bears. You've got those specific kinds of seals. There's a whole bunch here, right here on this one page. Arctic fox, Arctic tern, the snowy owl, obviously the polar bear, an Arctic squirrel, a caribou. There's actually something called a lemming, and that was in one of the videos that we watched on Friday. So walrus, this guy, the muskox. So there's all kinds of animals. There's even more animals than are even in this book. There is the beluga whale, which is really interesting. They're super cool. And you have seen them before, I'm sure. They're those big white whales. They're just adorable. They live in the Arctic, so you could definitely learn about them. This bird is called a ptarmigan. It's kind of like an Arctic chicken. Then here's the lemming. Here's the Arctic fox we've already talked about. So if you're kind of stuck, then you might want to kind of flip through the little book and see if there's an animal that sort of jumps out at you. Okay, then you have the next two slides. There will be videos. I just made these. That's why they're black. That's why they look like they don't work. You have to watch the video on both of these slides because it's a read aloud for a couple of the pages in that book that we did not finish. So, yes, to answer your question, yes, you have to watch this video and you have to watch that video because the idea is on that paper, each box, just like last week, is going to have one complete sentence that is a fact that you learned about your animal. Okie dokie. So, yes, yes. And you hopefully will get facts from one or both of those videos. Okay, next. This is a website. So you're going to click on it, and it's actually going to take you to this huge website that has many videos on different Arctic animals. And so this is again where you're going to get your choice, what animal you want to research, and where you're going to get quite a bit of your information. So if you scroll down, there's several animals. Here's a video that just kind of talks about, in general, lots of Arctic animals, more Arctic animals. And so this whole page, there's the walrus, there's more walrus. So this whole page, this one's about the polar bear, has videos about Arctic animals. They're not showing up because Wi-Fi, hello. They'll show up when you get a chance to work though. And this one, it's not here yet, but this one is that beluga whale that I was talking to you about. Here's the Arctic hare, the beluga whale that I was talking about. Reindeer. Narwhals. These guys are really kind of cool. They call them the unicorns of the sea because they're a type of whale that has this one long horn. Technically, I think it's a tooth, but anyway, those guys are really cool. So you're going to, and then there's just stuff. So that's it. So you're going to look through this and you're going to choose one video to watch about whatever that animal is that you want to research. You're going to find one or two facts, whatever you need, about your animal, one animal, and you're going to write it on your paper that you made look like this. So again, you're choosing one animal. You're not writing a different sentence about a different animal. So this is not a sentence about a polar bear. And then this one is about a penguin. And then this one is about the beluga whale. No, all three facts have to do with the same Arctic animal. I'm going to say that one more time because I know somebody is not going to hear it. All three facts are going to be about the same Arctic animal. Okay. All right. There's the book. There's the video. Again, if this video doesn't work for you, click on this little box right here and it will take you to the book. And then, unfortunately, you're just going to have to read some of the pages on your own because there's no other way for me to fix if this video doesn't work for you. Same with that one. Go there, choose an animal. Now, you have the fun part. You have a poster project to do. You should have gotten some white paper in that big blue bag that you picked up from school a while back. It had your art journal and your watercolors and a Sharpie, and it had the little notebooks in it. There also should have been a little stack of white paper. So hopefully you still have some of that white paper around because that's what I want you to use. If you don't have any of that white paper around, then you're just going to have to use whatever paper that you have available to you. So if you don't have that white paper, it's not an excuse to say, nope, can't do it. I don't have that white paper Miss Legaspi talked about. No, just use whatever paper you can find. Okay, so here's the poster rules. 3 complete sentences on your poster with facts that you learned about your Arctic animal. Where are those sentences going to come from? Oh my gosh, where? Here is where. That is where those sentences are going to come from. On your paper, you've already written them. At least you will. You will already have written them on this paper. Please don't pull stuff just off the top of your head. The biggest part of this project is that it's a research project, meaning you have to do some research. Don't just pull stuff out of your head and scribble it on a piece of paper. Ugh. Please. Okay. So your poster will have 3 facts on it, complete sentences. You will have drawings on your poster of whatever that animal is that you chose to research. And your poster will be neat. Kind of the point. We want to be able to present this poster. Okay. This is a very quick example of a polar bear poster. So this is what I mean. We've got the name of my animal up here on my poster. I've got 1, 2, 3 facts about my animal, complete sentences, and then I've got a drawing of my animal. Okie dokie. That's what you're shooting for. I am going to put a picture of it right there so that you have a sample. No, you cannot copy my poster. Here's why. I made my poster ridiculously simple. I mean, the facts, really? Polar bears live in the Arctic? Really? Duh. Because that's the kind of animal you're supposed to research, is an Arctic animal. So of course it's going to live in the Arctic. So I purposely made my facts ridiculously lame and simple. Just so no, don't copy mine, because mine is just babyish. I mean, beyond. And I did it on purpose because I wanted you to be able to see what you're working towards, but your facts about your animal are just going to be so much more interesting and so much more grown up and sophisticated. Got that? So you can look at my sample as an idea of what to put and where to put it, as a reminder that you have to have a drawing, you have to have the name of your animal, and you have to have 1, 2, 3 complete sentences with capitals and periods of the facts that you learned about your animal. And again, when you do the research part of it, when you get ready for your poster, you're going to have the sentences written right here. But again, no, baby, don't copy mine. If you copy mine, oh my goodness gracious, I will find you. Don't copy mine. Mine are just ridiculously baby sentences. Don't. Okay. And then on the very last slide, you are going to use the camera tool and you are going to take a picture of your beautiful poster. You're going to pop it in, oopsie, right there in that spot that says, put your poster photo here. Got it? And then you're going to go back to Google Classroom and click Turn In. When you've done all of that, don't lose your actual paper poster though, because on Tuesday, we're going to take turns and we're going to present our posters. And you're going to hold your poster up in our Google Meet and you're going to tell us what animal it is that you researched and one of the most interesting facts that you learned about your animal. So that's how we're going to present on Tuesday. But you still need to pop a picture right there as part of your work, as part of your research project. Okay. Now, in case you forgot, I'm going to walk you through how to take a picture. I don't think I need to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. You never know. So click on the image icon, the one that looks like a little square with some mountains in it. Click on camera. When the camera pops up, you are going to hold your picture. Hold it still. And Emmanuel, please figure out a good way to get a nice clear picture. Please, Emmanuel. Click the yellow camera. And it's already highlighted blue, so I'm going to click insert and it's going to pop in there. Now I'm going to teach you something new. So if y'all decided you were going to end the video right here and now and think, I know that, you're going to miss the trick because I'm going to teach you something new. I'm going to teach you how to crop your photo. See how I'm kind of hanging off the side of my picture over there? I'm going to teach you how to crop the extra stuff out. Here's how you do it. Now, I popped it in there. It's not highlighted at all. I'm going to put my cursor on top of it and I'm going to double click it. Click, click. You have to do it really fast or it won't work. So click, click. Now, see how I got these little black kind of edges now? These little black guys around the corner. Those are going to help you crop your picture and you're going to be able to pull the sides in. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to hover right in the corner. And as soon as my cursor goes from, now you see how it's kind of like this, kind of like a cross with arrows. What I'm looking for is I want it to go to just like one diagonal arrow. And as soon as it does that, I'm going to click and drag it in and see how it kind of fades that extra stuff away. That's what we want. And then I'm going to go down to this bottom corner and I'm going to wait until my arrow changes from the cross to just the diagonal. That's when it's going to work. And then I can see I've kind of chopped off the P for polar bear up there. So I'm going to make it go up just a hair. Now, I got it the way I want it. I can tell that I have my kind of outside frame. I can tell that it's not there because it's now kind of blurry and faded. That's good to go. Now I'm going to click enter. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, look at that. Then I can grab the corner and I can grab the corner and I can make it bigger and then I can move it into this one spot where I want my poster to go. Awesome trick, huh? I love that trick. It's called cropping your photo. All right, once you got it in there and it's nice and clear, go back to Google Classroom and click Turn In. All right, you got a lot of work to do. Go get busy.